Hi tribe. So we have Diana from IPCC with us today, and I would like to ask Diana that give our tribe, our community, which is youth, civil societies, business communities, give them some advice in terms of as an expert from IPCC, whatever advice you want to give it to our tribe.
Well, first of all, today it's really important to root any action in science because life is changing so fast. Climate change is changing so fast, and the relevant knowledge is changing so fast. So it's always important to check what the latest science says because what we thought was extremely important or relevant 5 years ago may be obsolete, may not work anymore. We may know something totally different, which is important. So yes, but I think what the rules of the thumb still continue. What is really important is to mitigate and adapt. In mitigation, you mentioned that many of you work on the built environment, which is also my area of expertise. In many countries and many regions, that's the key, even though the emission statistics don't necessarily show it because they look at power plants, the point of emissions, but if you look at the point of use, actually buildings and mobility matter the most for people, and in education for the everyday people, that's where they can do the most of change. And you shouldn't be relentless because we keep having to emphasize that actually we can today do buildings at 1/10 of energy use, delivering the same service. And for those who don't have adequate services, don't have adequate access to energy, access to lighting, access to cooking, clean cooking, we can supply all of this with a fraction of energy, and we need to supply all of them. Anyway, mitigation shouldn't be their task, but they should be the tasks of the top 10% of the global elite, because that's where we have the largest emissions, and those who are on the bottom, in the bottom 50%, they still need to develop and forget about mitigation. On the other hand, adaptation is much more for them because they are the most vulnerable, they have the least capacity to adapt and to protect themselves against the impact. So we need to provide the knowledge together how we can protect them the most and how at the same time still develop in a climate resilient way, in a way where we can also keep emissions at bay, but also still allow the development, allow well-being to improve, and poverty to disappear, and achieve sustainable development goals at the same time.
Thank you so much. You touched upon all the important aspects, not just the climate change. That's what we need to kind of work towards, right? System thinking. Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Diana.
and good luck with your work.
Thank you.